We'll start by resetting the aircraft to cold and dark.
Reset cold and dark.
Roger. Resetting the aircraft to cold and dark. You are in the online mode. One moment please. The system has been initialized for a Beech Baron 58. Your co-pilot has reset the aircraft to cold and dark. Simple ATC Plus is active. I am ensuring that the aircraft is fully loaded in the simulator. Please wait. Captain, it's your plane. We're ready to go.
Next, we'll run through the pre-flight checklist.
Do all checklists.
Please wait. Are we ready for the pre-flight checklist?
Affirmative.
Are certificates and documents aboard?
Confirmed.
The engine mixtures should be set to lean. Throttles idle. Battery master switch on.
Battery master switch on.
Are the panel lights set as required?
Confirmed.
Verify fuel quantity.
Fuel weight.
Our total fuel weight is 852 pounds, 387 kilos.
Confirmed.
Avionics off. Confirming that the number 1 fuel pump is off. Confirming that the number 2 fuel pump is off. Propellers pitches set to low RPM. Landing lights off. Taxi lights off. Navigation lights off. Beacon light off. P-top heater off. Battery master switch off.
Battery master switch off.
The pre-flight checklist has been completed. After you have completed your walk around, and you want me to run down the before startup checklist, say, resume checklists.
Now, we'll be running through the before startup, before taxi and taxi checklists.
Resume checklists.
Are we ready for the before startup checklist?
Affirmative.
Battery master switch on.
Battery master switch on.
Are the passenger seat belts adjusted?
Confirmed.
Captain, do you wish to start the ACARS logging system at this time?
Affirmative.
The ACARS logging process has started. Number 1 cowl flaps open. Number 2 cowl flaps open. Passengers secured and breathed.
Confirmed.
Parking brakes set. The before startup checklist has been completed. Are we ready for the startup checklist?
Affirmative.
Propellers pitches set to high RPM.
Set propeller pitch to high RPM.
The engine mixtures should be set to lean. Gradually open the throttle to about 10%, then say confirmed.
Confirmed.
Beacon light on.
Beacon light on.
Navigation lights on.
Navigation lights on.
The number 1 fuel pump should be on.
Number 1 fuel pump on.
The number 2 fuel pump should be on.
Number 2 fuel pump on.
The engine mixtures should be set to reach.
Set the engine mixture to rich.
The engine area is clear.
Affirmative.
Fire up number 1.
Fire up number 1.
Fire up number 2.
Fire up number 2.
Confirming fuel flow. Engine number 1 alternator on.
Number 1 alternator on.
Engine number 2 alternator on.
Number 2 alternator on.
Confirming oil pressure. Confirming that the battery is charging. Check engine instruments.
Confirmed.
The startup checklist has been completed. Are we ready for the before taxi checklist?
Affirmative.
Taxi lights on.
Taxi lights on.
Avionics on.
Avionics on.
Transponder on standby.
Bring up the radio stack. Confirmed.
COM to set to the emergency frequency of 121.5.
Set COM 2 to 121.5.
COM to set to 1 to 1.5. Flight director on.
Flight director on.
Altimeter setting.
Auto altimeter on.
Auto altimeter is now on. Request IFR clearance.
Request IFR clearance.
Please wait.
Los Angeles Center, Beach, November 058 Bravo Echo, IFR to Kilo Hotel Alpha Foxtrot, ready to copy. Beach, November 058 Bravo Echo is cleared to Kilo Hotel Alpha Foxtrot, airport as filed, climb and maintain 6,000, departure frequencies 119.05, squawk 2332, clearance void 30 minutes from now.
Acknowledge IFR clearance.
Beach, November 058 Bravo Echo, clear to Kilo Hotel Alpha Foxtrot, airport as filed. Climb and maintain 6,000. Departure is 119.05, squawk 2332. Clearance void 30 minutes from now. BT, Bravo Echo, read is correct.
We have IFR clearance.
Transponder set.
Confirmed.
Set altitude.
Climb and maintain 6,000.
Navigation equipment.
Confirmed.
Flight instruments.
Confirmed.
Check engine instruments.
Kill radio stack. Confirmed.
The before taxi checklist has been completed. Are we ready for the taxi checklist?
Affirmative.
Announce taxi intentions.
Announce taxi intentions.
Please wait.
Lima 52, traffic, Beach, November 058 Bravo Echo, is taxiing to runway 29er.
Heading indicator set to take off heading.
Set the heading to runway 29.
Heading set to 290 for runway 29er. Captain, we are clear on the right. Are we clear on the left?
All clear on the left.
Release brakes.
Parking brakes off.
We are ready to taxi. The taxi checklist has been completed.
We'll taxi down to runway 29er, then perform the before takeoff, and climb out checklists.
Resume checklists.
Are we ready for the before takeoff checklist?
Affirmative.
Parking brakes set. Flight controls.
Confirmed.
Propellers pitches set to high RPM. Elevator trim set for takeoff. Elevator properly set for takeoff. The engine mixtures should be set to reach. Captain, I will now perform the run-up tests. Right magneto number 1. Checked. Left magneto number 1. Checked. Magneto test successful on number 1. Right magneto number 2. Checked. Left magneto number 2. Checked. Magneto test successful on number 2. Captain, I am checking the alternators. The alternator switches are off. The battery voltage has dropped as expected. The alternator switches are back on. Check completed successfully. Check engine instruments.
Confirmed.
Autopilot off. P-top heater set as required.
Pitot heater on.
Are the passenger seat belts adjusted?
Affirmative.
Confirming that the number 1 fuel pump is off.
Number 1 fuel pump off.
Confirming that the number 2 fuel pump is off.
Number 2 fuel pump off.
Captain, set the cowl flaps as required. Captain, ensure that the flaps are set for takeoff.
Flaps 15.
Radio set.
As required.
Avionics set for departure.
Confirmed.
Navigation equipment.
Bring up the radio stack. Confirmed.
Verify fuel quantities.
Confirmed.
Confirming oil temperatures. Announce takeoff intentions.
Announce takeoff intentions.
Please wait.
Lima 52, traffic, beach, November 058, Bravo Echo, taking off, runway 29er, west, departure.
Landing lights on.
Landing lights on.
Strobe lights on.
Strobe lights on.
Transponder on auto.
As required.
The transponder's on auto. Confirm captain's clock is running.
Confirmed.
The before takeoff checklist has been completed. Do you want me to perform the takeoff and climb out checklists?
Affirmative.
Do you want me to assist you?
Yes, please.
Roger. Release brakes.
Parking brakes off.
We're ready to roll.
I'd like you to handle the takeoff.
Roger. Applying takeoff thrust. V1. Rotate. V2. Captain. Specify airspeed. Positive rate of
Airspeed
climb.
150.
Gear up. Roger. Airspeed 150. Flaps up and trim. Aircraft clean.
Co-pilot Michelle will automatically contact ATC after the aircraft has attained a positive rate of climb.
Los Angeles Center, beach, November 058, Bravo Echo, is climbing through 800 for 6,000. Beach, November 058, Bravo Echo, Los Angeles Center, Roger, altimeter 2985. Beach 8, Bravo Echo, turn right, heading 305, resume on navigation, climb and maintain 6,000.
Acknowledge.
Turn right, heading 305, proceed on course, climb and maintain 6,000. Beach 8, Bravo Echo.
The taxi lights are off. The landing lights are off.
Resume GPS navigation.
Roger. Resuming GPS navigation.
Bring up the GPS.
Asking co-pilot Michelle to resume GPS navigation will result in her switching from nav to GPS, then changing the autopilot from heading to nav.
Virtual cockpit view.
Beach 8, Bravo Echo, climb and maintain 8,000.
Acknowledge.
Climb and maintain 8,000.
Cockpit
Beach
view.
8, Bravo Echo.
Climb and maintain 8,000.
Copy. Up to 8,000. Distance to next waypoint, 12 miles. Bearing, 2905.
Cycle coordinates.
Captain, we just crossed over the city of San Luis Obispo. On my side of the aircraft, I can't see the area of Paso Robles. And looking backwards, I see the area of Santa Margarita.
Beach 8, Bravo Echo, contact Oakland Center on 128.7.
Acknowledge handoff.
128.7. Beach 8, Bravo Echo.
Contact Oakland Center.
Going to 128.7.
Oakland Center, Beach, November 058 Bravo Echo, with you, 8000. Beach, November 058 Bravo Echo, Oakland Center, roger. Altimeter 2984.
Distance to next waypoint, 36 miles. Bearing, 323. Captain, on my side of the aircraft, I can't see the city of Greenfield. And looking backwards, I see King City.
Beach 8 Bravo Echo. Contact Oakland Center on 127.45.
Acknowledge handoff.
127.45.
Crossing over Bravo Sierra Romeo.
8 Bravo Echo.
Contact Oakland Center.
Switching over now. Going to 127.45.
Oakland Center, Beach, November 058 Bravo Echo, with you, 8000. Beach, November 058 Bravo Echo, Oakland Center, roger, altimeter 2982.
Do you want me to run through the cruise checklist?
Affirmative.
Check airspeed.
Confirmed.
Distance to next waypoint, 21 miles. Bearing, 311. Flight instruments.
Cockpit view. Kill radio stack. Confirmed.
Check engine instruments.
Confirmed.
Check engine temperatures.
Confirmed.
Captain, set the cowl flaps as required. Verify fuel quantity.
Fuel weight.
Our total fuel weight is 760 pounds, 345 kilos.
Confirmed.
Radio set.
Yes, they are.
Check autopilot.
Confirmed.
Set the set propeller pitch as required. Checklist completed.
Beach 8 Bravo Echo, contact NorCal approach on 133.0.
Acknowledge handoff.
133.0, Beach 8 Bravo Echo.
Contact NorCal approach.
Roger. Going to 133.0.
NorCal approach, Beach November 058 Bravo Echo, with you. 058 Bravo Echo. NorCal approach. Roger. Altimeter 2981. Beach 8 Bravo Echo. You are 63 miles southeast. Turn left heading 305. Expect vectors GPS. Runway 12 approach.
Acknowledge assigned approach.
Turn left heading 305. Expect vectors GPS. Runway 12 approach. Beach 8 Bravo Echo.
Turn left heading 305.
305.
Beach 8 Bravo Echo. Descend and maintain 2100.
Acknowledge.
Descend and maintain 2100. Beach 8 Bravo Echo.
Descend and maintain 2,100.
Descend and maintain 2,100. Roger.
Bring up the GPS.
Beach 8 Bravo Echo. Turn right heading 010. Descend and maintain 2100.
Acknowledge.
Turn right heading 010. Descend and maintain 2100. Beach 8 Bravo Echo.
Turn right heading 010.
Heading set to 010. Airport is 18 miles. 3 o'clock. Airport is 16 miles. 2 o'clock. It's getting a little rough up here. You'd better check your seat belt.
Kill GPS. Approach checklist.
Do you want me to assist you?
Yes, please.
Roger. I'll handle the landing. It's my plane. Are the passenger seat belts adjusted?
Affirmative.
Check engine instruments.
Confirmed.
Setting airspeed to 115. Flaps 15. Setting airspeed to 110. Captain, unless you plan on having me perform a visual approach, I recommend that you turn off the autopilot at this time. Landing gear down. Gear down and locked. Everything is green.
Turn left heading 025. Beach 8 Bravo Echo.
Turn left heading
Beach 8 Bravo
025.
Echo. You are 15 miles northwest. Turn right heading
025.
085.
Roger.
Descend and maintain 1200. Clear GPS. Runway 12. Approach. Switch to advisory on 122.8.
Acknowledge approach clearance.
Turn right heading 085. Descend and maintain 1200. Clear GPS. Runway 12. Approach. Advisory on 122.8. Beach 8 Bravo Echo.
Descend and maintain 1,200.
Copy. Down to 1,200.
Prepare to make a visual approach on runway 12.
Roger. I've made the course 122, and I will shortly be turning the aircraft towards the approach entry point. Distance to entry point, 6 miles.
Contact local traffic.
Please wait. Going to 1 to 2.8. We are tuned to the advisory at Kilo, Hotel, Alpha, Foxtrot.
Announce on final.
Kilo Hotel Alpha Foxtrot, traffic, beach, November 058 Bravo Echo is on final, runway 12, to land.
$1,000. I'll handle the landing. It's my plane. We have a port side crosswind component with 3 knots. 500. $400. Approaching minimums. $300. $200. Reducing speed. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Flare. Flaps up. The approach and landing checklists have been completed. Captain, here we are in Half Moon Bay, where the local time is 18 minutes past 8.
Cockpit view. Resume checklists.
Do you want me to run through the taxi to the gate or ramp checklist?
Affirmative.
Taxi lights on.
Taxi lights on.
Landing lights off.
Landing lights off.
Strobe lights off.
Strobe lights off.
Elevator trim set for takeoff. Elevator properly set for takeoff. Transponder reset to 1200.
Bring up the radio stack. Squawk 1200.
Squawk 1200. Transponder on standby.
Confirmed.
The taxi to the gate or ramp checklist has been completed.
Announce clear of the runway.
Kilo Hotel Alpha Foxtrot, traffic, beach, November 058 Bravo Echo is clear of the runway.
Resume checklists.
Do you want me to go through the shutdown checklist?
Affirmative.
Parking brakes set.
Parking brakes on.
Throttles idle. Confirming that the number 1 fuel pump is off. Confirming that the number 2 fuel pump is off. Number 1 cowl flaps open.
Number 1 cowl flaps open.
Number 2 cowl flaps open.
Number 2 cowl flaps open.
Flight director off.
Flight director off.
Avionics off.
Avionics off.
Taxi lights off.
Taxi lights off.
Navigation lights off.
Navigation lights off.
P-top heater off.
Pitot heater off.
Engine number 1 alternator off.
Number 1 alternator off.
Engine number 2 alternator off.
Number 2 alternator off.
The engine mixtures should be set to lean.
Shut down engines.
Number 1 magneto starter switch off. Number 2 magneto starter switch off. Beacon light off.
Beacon light off.
Panel lights off. Battery master switch off.
Battery master switch off.
The shutdown checklist has been completed. You may wish to save your A-car's data now by saying, "Save the car's data."
Save a car's data.
The A-car's data has been saved to your local drive. Please check the A-car's folder under IYP logs. Would you like to upload your A-car's data?
Yes, please.
Please wait. Your A-car's data has been uploaded to our servers. You will receive a notification by email if any errors were detected. Thank you.
Spot view. Goodbye, Michelle, and thank you.
Goodbye, Captain.